Plank is a classic exercise for a toned and tight tummy. Do our 10 variations on our favorite pose and you'll have fit abs in 5 minutes flat. This trimming tap move gives a boost to the traditional side plank exercise. So you're going to start in side plank, spread your fingers wide, and make sure your wrist is directly underneath your shoulders. Then you're going to extend the legs out, stacking the feet, and pressing through the heels so those feet are strongly flexed. Good, and lift up out of this hip that's down here, so you don't want to drop. You really want to lift, raising the top arm to be in line with your bottom arm. You can look down to help your balance, and then work your tummy towards your spine, so you really want to feel like your body's between two panes of glass. Then you're going to lift your top leg, tap it front and back. The goal is to stabilize the hips and the body, and not to let them swing as the leg goes up and down. Good, really pull that navel in towards the spine. Breathe. Excellent. To modify this, you can always come onto your forearm. This perfect pike move is going to give you perfect abs. You're going to need a towel, paper plates, or something with which you can slide across your floor. So you're going to start in plank position and place your feet on whatever you have. You'll notice I have paper plates. So you want to set yourself up in plank. Give yourself a strong base here. Your hands are underneath or slightly in front of your shoulders. Your shoulders are engaged into your back. Your belly is lifted. Tailbone slightly scooped under. Neck is long. From here, you're going to inhale. On your exhale, I want you dragging your toes towards your hands into a pike position. And then I slid back out. Let's do 2 more of these together. Slide up. Excellent job, that looked perfect. This next move, called the sizzling swing, is really going to set those abs on fire. You're going to start in reverse plank. Your fingers are going to face towards your butt. You're going to lift those hips high, pressing through the heels, chest open to the ceiling, chin down towards the chest so you don't strain your neck like that. You're going to swing your hips back through your hands, scooping the belly under, and then push back out, slide, press the hips up. Good. Exhale. Shh. Swing through, lift those hips. Draw the navel down to the spine to lift the hips up. Great job. This whittling walk move is really going to whittle your waistline. You're going to start in a modified plank on your forearms at a 90-degree angle. Good. Knees underneath or slightly behind the hips, then curl the toes under and get into your plank, pulling the navel towards the spine, neck is long. You're going to walk one forearm in front of the other and then back. Good. Keep those hips solid and steady. Keep lifting up in the tummy, strengthening the torso to take the pressure out of the wrists and the forearms. Great job. This get lean lift is really going to lean out your midsection. You're going to start in plank, hands slightly in front or directly beneath the shoulders, fingers spread wide. Push energy through the back heels, get those shoulders down on the back and lift in the tummy. You're going to move into downward dog and try to move your hips back by pulling in your navel to your spine. So lift the hips up. As you do that, one leg is going to come up and bend, open up the hip, and then you bring it back into downward dog and to plank. Good. Again, other side. Open up the hip. Use the core strength for stability. Keep that belly lifted. One more. Excellent job. This sculpting sweep exercise will really target those obliques as well as the entire core. You're going to start in plank, and by the way, you're going to need a towel, paper plates, something with which you can slide across the floor easily. So come into your plank and place your foot on one paper plate and the other, or a towel, again, whatever you have. And your hands want to be directly underneath your shoulders, slightly in front, chin towards the chest and a long neck, long spine. Send energy back through the heels. Lift up through the center as if a string's pulling your belly button up to the ceiling. You're going to drag your knees towards one wrist and then back out. Use those obliques. Woo! Let's try one more. You'll have sculpted sides in no time. Those love handles will meet their match with this side slimmer. You're going to start in side plank with your hand directly underneath your shoulder. Lift those hips up. This is challenging enough, but now you're going to lift the elbow and the knee to meet at the top and put it back down. Keep lifting up the hips. Avoid the temptation to drop down towards the floor. This is really challenging. Take your time, work up to it. Wonderful job. We're going to add some backside action to this core move in your rear raiser. You're going to need a weight, lightweight is fine, 2, 3, maybe 5 pounds. And you're going to place this in the crutch between your knee and your hamstring. So right there, you really need to squeeze that hammy to keep the weight in place. You're going to walk onto your forearms, neck is long, and then push on the other leg into a plank. You're going to lower this knee down to the floor, tap it, and lift it, really squeezing that hamstring in to keep the weight there. Woo! You're going to feel this all work in the backside plus the core. Let's do one more. Great job. You've just raised the bar for your rear side. This next move, play it straight, is anything but straight. We like to have a lot of fun with it. You'll see why. We're going to walk our hands out way ahead of our shoulders. We're going to start in a crouch position. So come up on the toes and really crouch in, curling the tailbone under, pulling the navel towards the spine. Now you're going to pop out into your plank. Pop to straight, pull it back. We like to go woo, pull it back. Make sure you're moving from your navel and not so much by pushing off your feet. You really want to feel that pulling in and tightening of the core. And that's your play it straight. This move, the waist cincher, does exactly what it says. You're going to start in a side plank on your forearm, your elbows directly underneath your shoulder, and it's at 90 degrees. You're going to lift up into a side plank, flex those feet strong, and take the weight on the top hip. You're going to lower down a couple inches and lift. You don't want to go all the way to the ground on this one. Good. Again, imagine your body's between two panes of glass. You've got a nice flat line in the stomach, and you're not arching and popping out. You go down. Pretend a poker is coming up underneath that bottom hip and poking you up. Good. One more. Way to cinch the inches. You can choose one or all of these plank poses. All we care about is you give us 5 minutes a day.